UK.
Yeah, in battle with pittpulga on the outside, but didn't have much opportunity to take advantage of that position. But UK's line is very compromised, so that allows pittpulga to pull alongside. And now it will be a matter of who will be break later into the next turn, which goes on Finucase's hand. And looks like he's able to keep that position, but pittpulga, as long as he stays in the striking distance, he should be able to capitalize on the oval section, if not even earlier. Pulling alongside to the left side, will be outside of next turn. Can he do the switchback? Not so much, but definitely will be in the slipstream of this shorter straight. And if he's brave on brakes, he could capitalize on that.
Yeah, goes defensive. Feels as though he has to pull to the inside as not to give pittpulga any room, but that's going to definitely have compromised his line here. Pittpulga will have a good slipstream, and surely UK will defend. Yes, he does. I say surely. There are a lot of drivers that have just not defended tonight. Unusual. Maybe everyone's feeling particularly friendly or in a giving mood.
Yeah, and here it is clear that pittpulga is carrying way more downforce because as soon as he gets out of the draft, he loses the speed instantly and can't even get alongside, let alone past FinUK.
Well, FinUK was on the outside line pulling away around oval turn 1. So, that was a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, and Alpison is in the mix, hitting the rear of pittpulga unintentionally.
Yeah, misjudged the length of his car or pulled out a little bit too late. And pittpulga immediately pushed forwards into FinUK again. Oh, but a bit too close turning into Parabolica. And he saw the effects of pittpulga washing quite far wide. Back in the slipstream once again.
Yeah, pittpulga is really strong in this infield section, but as soon as they get into the high-speed section of oval, he's really struggling. And I think it will be very difficult for him to make the pass on FinUK. Let's see how well it goes for him.
Oh, it's a good exit. It's a good exit. But we know that FinUK will defend it again. And pittpulga needs to go around the outside. In fact, he just needs to stay in the slipstream and do him into turn 1. He should have learnt that from the previous lap. FinUK has better, or rather lower downforce for the oval section. It explains why pittpulga is able to keep up through the infield. In fact, he's got good overspeed here, but is it going to be enough? I don't know if it is. I think FinUK is perfectly happy just to hold it on the outside. And will now cut back in, and this will be an easy overtake again for Finn.
Yeah, pittpulga's speed disadvantage is so strong that FinUK doesn't even have to try that hard. And he's
overshot it though.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he had, but no, it was actually as easy as it should have been. pittpulga out, higher downforce, should be able to get him back again. So this is a track of compromise. You have to compromise your setup, Michael. It might be amazing on the infield, but it's going to be dog slow on the oval, and vice versa. Yeah. Oh, forcing the gap there.
Yeah, it was very close.
Yeah, I mean, another thing, going back to this section of the track, I can't tell from the new screenshots whether it actually is tighter on the infield, because from some angles it looks tighter than the chicane looks tighter, and in others it looks the same or not much different. I need to spend longer studying it, or maybe use Chris's comparisons that he put on the forum.
Whoa, it was a very late dive, but
yeah,
for some reason FinUK manages to stay ahead. They go side by side. No,
but we're gonna get a carbon copy repeat once again, or are we actually? No, pittpulga's had a very bad exit, and well, that's game over. I don't think we'll see him get close on the oval because of the slips, because of the downforce. So potentially they're now pacing. Can have a go.
Yeah,
what his setup is.
Happily, in the meantime, has been into the pit lane, so it's one of the top runners that made the mandatory element.
Yeah, only 2 drivers further down the grid have not stopped, Matty and El Nano. So Happy D currently leading the drivers who have made a pit stop with a comfortable buffer, a very comfortable buffer. So at worst, Happy D would like to finish in P7. He'd like a podium, but that means that essentially what we've seen here, Michael, is that Happy D was almost certainly running less fuel at the start of the race, and will now be losing time to drivers with even less fuel than he has.
Yeah, that might be definitely the case. And let's see for how much longer Yannick can stay on the track.
Happy D's going in the pit lane again. Did he miss fuel? Did he not put enough in, or did he not put any in at all? Well, if the race was going to go wrong, that is confirmation that for Happy D something has definitely gone wrong. Maybe he has to go. Oh, we had a penalty. He had a penalty, so he has to serve that now. Speeding in the pit lane. So a drive-through penalty for Happy D. That's a big shame. That costs you an awful lot of time. And he drops back down to second place on our list of drivers that have already stopped. Puts him just behind Strutter. And, well, I spoke too soon. I gave him 7th place. And it looks like it's 10th at best. Or 10th at worst, rather. Unless he makes another mistake and I've jinxed him again. I'll stop saying anything about where he's going to finish.
Yeah, looks like my confidence was right after all.
Commentator's curse. Well, actually, no, I think he got the penalty before I said anything. So I won't claim that one as commentator's curse, but here we go. This looks fun. This is Isaac Price and Gabber into the pit lane at the same time. Gabber, so late on the brakes, I thought he'd absolutely ruined that. But they are nose to tail, absolutely nothing between them. And, whoa, 0.04 difference, and it looked like Isaac had the better stop. So, as close as you like. Isaac having to go around Gabber taking the shortcut behind the pit box. And, well, they come out basically, Michael, exactly the same as they went in. The gap is unchanged, or maybe Isaac has a slight advantage. But Gabber's pit entry looked insane. It was so good.
Yeah, they had equally long pit stop, so they are on the same strategy, and now Gabor has to do all he can to overtake Isaac finally. He still has 15 laps to do so plenty of opportunities.
Well, we're being treated to some absolutely epic examples of racecraft and strategy here tonight. Gabber and Isaac Price coming in on exactly the same lap for their mandatory pit stop, both taking very similar amounts of fuel. Isaac Price taking 400ths of a second less, 400ths of a second less time than Gabber to complete his pit stop.
Yeah, now Gabor is really in the striking distance.
But a bit of a twitch out of the chicane. I think. Oh, even with that little twitch, he could be in range. This could be an opportunity. Although I think Isaac might just be out of reach. That is as close as it gets to not being in reach. But let's see if that Sidus car gets bigger from the gearbox cam on the back of Isaac Price's Formula XR, and it doesn't look like it is. I think Gabber must be teetering on the absolute edge of Isaac Price's slipstream, but just not close enough to get up to the rear end as they head on to lap 32. We have 13 laps to go at the end of this one, as we've got another two cars that were within slipstreaming distance, and pittpulga with his high downforce has emerged from the slipstream on Fin UK and will be repassed again. We know this story. We've seen this script a few times, Michael.
Yeah, this is a very known scenario, and let's see if pittpulga can at least get alongside into the braking zone where he could have advantage.
Well, pittpulga's only hope now is to get ahead and pull away in the infield. That's the only chance that he has. He's an absolute sitting duck on the oval. Doesn't have the downforce, or has too much downforce to pull away on the oval, so has to do it in the infield, which means that if he gets the opportunity to be ahead of Finn UK at this point, or maybe even earlier than this on a future lap, he might stand half a chance. But at the moment, he is not in the position he needs to be. Even though Finn UK is, certainly will be at a disadvantage on the infield, he has track position, and even there, Finn UK's car is better placed on the inside line.
Yeah, it's great to see these two different philosophies of car setup battling each other and being both weak and strong in different parts of the circuit.
Yeah, let's see if pittpulga can be brave on the brakes. He should. Well, actually, Finn UK defends, and rinse and repeat. They do the same. They'll do the same thing again. I'm slightly surprised that pittpulga even managed to catch up. Must have been a mistake or a particularly strong infield for pittpulga at some point on a previous lap. But again, he needs to be a little bit more canny to get the position into turn 2. If he can get the position into turn 2, he stands half a chance of opening the gap on the infield. But even then, it's not a guarantee that he'll have enough of a gap for Finn not to just drive up to the back of him again. Wing to the inside. Get the inside line. No. Not happened again. And it's getting mighty close at the front once again, Michael. Let's see if Gabba can get a slipstream. Nope. Just a little bit too far back once again out onto the oval.
Yeah, so far not in the striking distance for Gabor.
And that's a good thing for drivers like Happy D, who, if they stand any chance in this race, they need to. They can't have the race leaders drafting one another. Ideally, they need Isaac and Gabba to fight, but while they are apart, Happy D at least isn't an obvious disadvantage, other than potentially carrying slightly more fuel as Sufor goes to the pit lane. Oh, not Sufor, sorry, that was El Nano. Into pits. Here's Sufor in Sector 2, currently lapping in P4. And 12 seconds behind is this battle for the overall lead.
In the meantime, pittpulga finally managed to get ahead of Finn UK, and seems like he's breaking away finally. But,
well, we talked about it, but we didn't see it, so that's a shame.
Yeah, but I think by the end of this whole section they will be neck and neck again. Let's see how quickly Finn UK can catch up. He's having speed advantage without even being in the draft, so he's gaining. Oh, it was a very defensive move from pittpulga, but I think it's settled now that he managed to stay ahead before that braking zone. And now has whole infield to run away. And Onifus is into the pit lane.